YouTube channel, or hello, hi, if you're new here, please subscribe. So in today's video, I'm giving you this cut crease type away look. If you want to see how I got this look and all the steps in achieving this look, then please keep on watching. So starting off, I'm going to be using the Conceal and Define Revolution. This is the Infinite Concealer and this is in the shade C5. I'm just going to be taking this on my Morphe, I think this is the Y5 brush. Do not ask me because I literally don't know because it's rubbed off. But yeah, it's just basically a flat definer brush. It's literally flat all the way across the top. But yeah, I'm just going to be using this. I'm just going to be starting off by carving out my eyebrows. So if you didn't already know, my eyebrows are actually microbladed, and that's why they always appear like they're always on already before I start a video. But they actually aren't. They're just like little sort of semi-permanent hair strokes in my eyebrow. But basically it makes it hard for me to do a fluffy brow. So I've gone back to how I usually do my eyebrows just because I like to swap and change. But basically I'm just going to start by carving out my eyebrows just to begin this look. I'm just going to be going underneath the eyebrow and then over the top of the eyebrow, just like the OG eyebrow gurus used to do their eyebrows. But I do like to make it a little bit more natural. As well, I do like to bring it all over the lid, just because I'm not going to be using the P.Louise base in this look, just because I do like when I do like a brown eye, like that's what I'm going for in this look. I do like it to be quite soft. I like it just to be really easy, and there's nothing easier than just applying concealer and just like building up the sort of consistency and shape you want. So like I said, I'm just going to go over the top of my eyebrow now. I'm just basically going with the same shape that I've had microbladed on there. I do like to change up the shape sometimes if I can. So with microbladed eyebrows you can always go over, like say for the tail here I wanted it to be a bit more flickier, I can just go over, like you don't have to sort of agree with the shape that they've done on there, if that makes sense. But it's strange because I haven't had mine done for like over maybe 2 years and it still hasn't faded. Like it has faded a little bit compared to when you first get it done. Like when you first get it done you're like, oh my god, look at my eyebrows, they're so flaky. But now it's like they've faded. I'm sort of like, I'm tossing and turning whether to get them done again, but I'll go over someone else. But yeah, total rant there. After that I do like to just bring it down and around the front as well. I kind of like to just square it off my eyebrow. I just prefer to do it that way. Sometimes I do have a rounded eyebrow. Just depends what mood I'm in. So yeah, that's the one eyebrow carved out already. I'm just going to do the same on the other side. So after I've carved out those brows, I'm then going to take one of my two sponges. I have one sponge for basically like powders and everything, and then one sponge for like all my liquids. I'm basically just going to start off by just pressing out this concealer and then just making sure all those edges are blended. With this concealer it does dry down quite fast, that I'm noticing, so maybe use a different concealer. Just make sure like you're pressing it out as soon as you can. That's better. I thought like we lost a bit of coverage then, because I haven't really used this concealer that much. Like I know it's quite good, but it does dry down quite fast if you do get it. So just make sure if you want that coverage that you blend it out as soon as you can. So for this look, I do like to just get skin out the way first, so then when I go to the eyes, I like the eyes to be a bit more like blown out and everything. So I have already prepped my skin with the Elemis. This is the Pro Collagen Marine Oil, and this is so good for hydrating and sort of like anti-aging as well in advance, because that's what anti-aging products are. They basically stop your aging of your skin in advance. But I basically use that before my skin and everything, just so I can pat that into the skin and just making sure it goes deeper and further into the skin, and just making sure I'm all hydrated beforehand. Next, for primer, I'm just going to be using the YSL. This is the Blur Primer, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Has like little reflects of gold in it, and it's so lovely. So just taking that primer and I'm just going to be applying it onto my face and all the areas of my skin, and sort of focusing on the areas that I usually get like creasing. I do get like a lot of creasing in my forehead and around my smile lines because I'm a smiler. Shows that I'm having like a good time, do you know what I mean? So for foundation, I actually wanted to mention, because all my foundations are literally running out. I don't know about anyone else, but I really liked the Laura Mercier. This is the Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and I so need to get more of this foundation, but it's so good. It's like a more high coverage version of the Too Faced foundation. Like it's like my night out foundation, and oh my god, I need to get more of this foundation because it's just so good. And like Holly Boone recommended it, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get that, and now I love it. But yeah, unfortunately that's run out, but I was in the shade Dusk. But for foundation today, I'm going to be using the MAC. This is the NC35 mixed in with a bit of the Maybelline 220. I'm just going to mix that and apply that onto my skin. The best for tomorrow of what you feel. So I've just whacked my hair up like that real quick. I know, so cute. I'm ready. But yeah, oh my god, looks awful. So after I've done my base, I'm just going to go back in with that same concealer that I used for the eyes. I'm just going to put this in the normal areas that I usually highlight. I can't take it anymore, 'cause I'm feeling that I'm lost. Then just going in with my beauty sponge again, I'm just going to blend this out. Trying to get over you. To cream contour, I'm going to be using the iconic London Pigment stick. This is the shade 4.1. I'm just going to use this just to cream contour the areas I'd normally cream contour. You guys have seen me do this plenty of times. So after I've creamed contour, I'm just going to quickly go in with my RCMA Loose translucent powder. I've just popped this into this cap, and then I'm going to be using the Spectrum C03, my favourite brush for this powder. I'm just going to start pressing this into my entire face. Before I actually set the bottom half of my face, I am going to actually go in with the P.Louise. This is the Basic Brights, and this is the OTT Orange. I've seen someone do this and they basically put it on their fingers for like a cream blush. So I'm just going to do this cream blush before I put on my powder, just to set the bottom half of my face. I'm just applying it onto my finger. I'm just going to see how this goes. It looks very scary at the minute, I'm going to tell you that. I'm just going to... Oh wow. This might be a fail. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. Please help me. Oh my god, this looks a bit much, guys. If I just ruin this, we're going to try and save it. Yeah, it might look a little bit crazy at the moment, but we're going to fix it. We're going to make it look normal, because that looks a bit intense, to be honest. So we're going to be moving on to eyes now, so I've just zoomed you up in closer so you can see. And the first shade I'm going to be taking is the shade Fling from the Secret Sinner palette. And I'm just going to be taking this shade on the Sosu. This is the SE201 brush. It's sort of like a nice fluffy brush. So I'm just going to be taking this. I'm just going to be applying it into the crease first. And this is like a really nice fluffy brush, so it does like take everything out. And this is why I've done my base as well first, or if you skip to this part, you can do this part before your base if you like. So yeah, like I said, I'm just taking that first shade and I'm just applying it into the crease. It doesn't matter if it's messy or anything. And these shadows don't have much fallout either, so I'm not really cautious of my under eye, or I'll just wipe it away with any translucent powder. Or if you want like a guard, you can have a guard underneath your eye as well. Since I could hold my head up high. I'm actually going to swap over now and go into the HMB Cosmetics palette, and this is the shade Rich. I'm just taking this on the same brush. Next out of the same palette, I'm going to be going in with the shade Chocolate, which is like a really nice sort of deep brown shade. I'm going to be swapping over to the SE203 in the same collection with Sosu, and this is like a smaller version of this brush. So as you can see, it's a little bit more smaller and a little more denser. I'm just going to be taking that shade Chocolate, and then I'm just going to be applying it into the outer corner here. Then I'm going to be swapping back over to that fluffy brush again. I'm just taking a little bit of that rich shade as well, just so I can buff this dark shade out. And then I'm just going back in with that chocolate shade again and just sort of re-intensifying where that crease is, just because we are going to be carving out this crease. So guys, just catching up real quick, I have just continued to do the one eye off camera just to save some time, and then I'm going to go through with you now how I did this side. So basically where I left you off, I was completing this side, haven't done any more of any of the other shadows. I just basically carved out the crease, applied like this shimmer shade, and then I put on a lash and then did my under eye. So I'm going to start off by doing the other side with you as well. So I'm going to be taking the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer again, and I'm just taking that on the P.Louise Devoted to My Base brush. And oh my god, I've raved about this already. It's just an amazing brush just to cut your crease, and it's just so fine and it's just so good to have in your collection. So I'm just going to take some of that Conceal and Define product just on this brush, and then I'm just going to start out by carving the crease and just getting this sort of shape. So I always go with my natural shape of my eye when cutting out my crease. It's going to be a little bit hard since it's in my opposite hand. So basically what I do to start off with is I always do the sort of inner and just sort of mark out whereabouts I want to go, and then I sort of go where my crease is going to be. I just basically mark out just above the crease of my lid, and then I'm just going to start connecting this line up. You do need quite a bit of product on your brush as well. Sorry, I don't know if you can see, sorry. It's so hard to do this on camera, but basically I'm going to take this line and continue it with the natural shape of my eye. So basically I've done whereabout I'm going to carve out my crease here. And then I'm just going to make this line a bit more defined and everything. And as you can see, it's not exactly the same at the moment, but it's all about just sort of making sure they're going to be a little bit symmetrical. And this brush really does help. It basically does all the work for you. Okay, so for this sort of edge bit, I'm going to go in with the shade Chocolate, and I'm just going to be taking on this sort of flat end brush. This is the Spectrum A13 brush, A13, and then I'm just going to be taking it and sort of just going over the edge with this dark colour. And then from that shade, I'm going to go in with the shade Angel in this Dare to Be Different palette, and it's just such a lovely like white shimmer. I was going to leave it sort of like this nude colour, it's sort of like this matte colour, sorry over here, where's my hand going? But yeah, I was going to leave this sort of matte colour, but then I thought, I kind of want like Icy Queen vibes, so I'm going to be taking this shade. And then I'm just going to be applying it straight to the lid. I'm just going to make sure I've got no creases in the lid before I apply it straight on there. I'm going to go in with the shade Angel. I'm just going to be pressing this into the lid. I'm taking it on a Spectrum A16 brush. It's just like a flat definer brush. And actually, funny enough, this is the brush that I used to carve out my crease with, because it's just so small and precise. But now I'm just using it just to pack on this Angel shade. This Angel shade does have quite a little bit of fallout just because it is like a shimmer shadow. But don't worry, you can just like brush it off afterwards. I'm just pressing this in, just making it sure I'm getting it as neat as I can to the cut crease line that we've done. So with this shade as well, I'm just continuing it down here as well. After that, I'm going to take my fluffy brush, which I had the shade Chocolate on. I'm just going to take that chocolate shade again and just sort of buff it inwards. After that, I'm going to be taking the shade Rich on that same brush I used Rich for. I'm just going to be buffing this in as well. I think I'm pretty happy with how that's looking at the moment. Next, I went in with my NYX Final Liquid Liner just to sort of line my lash line. I'm just making a thin line. Then I always tightline my eye, and for tightlining my eye I always use the Sigma Felt Pen Liner, and then I just go underneath the lash line with this. For mascara today, I'm going to be using the Baby Roll Mascara, and this is by L'Oreal. I'm just going to run this through my lashes. For lashes today, I'm going to be using the Glamify GB31 lashes. You guys know I absolutely love this brand and I love the lashes that they do. So I've just stuck the one on this side, and then I'm just going to stick this one on the other side. So I'm just coating my lash with the Duo Lash Glue. So while I'm waiting for my lash to dry, I'm just going to go in with the RCMA Loose Translucent Powder, and then I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose. I'm just going to bake the sides of my nose like I always do. My sponge smells of soap. So I think this lash is about dry now, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick it on my lash. After that, I like to go in with my Doll Beauty tweezers that were gifted to me so kindly by Doll Beauty. I actually won them in like a little giveaway that they were doing, and I never ever win giveaways. Like literally, I never win giveaways on Instagram. I should start saying I do win giveaways on Instagram, because like, you know, the law of attraction and all that and good vibes. But yeah, I never ever win giveaways in this case, and I actually got given these, a pair of lashes and the highlighter, which is going to be in my 1k giveaway boxes. I'm going to have 2 boxes like I've mentioned on my channel already, and oh my god, these lash tweezers are so good, and they're so cute. They're like a proper like nice gold, and it's obviously got their logo on it. So basically I'm just going to do it with this side first. I'm just going to start tweezing my lashes together with my natural lash band, and then I just like to push them up slightly as well. So after I've done my lashes, I'm going to go ahead and do the under eye with you on this side, because it's looking a little bit crazy compared to this side. Just sort of like tie it together as well. So I'm going to be taking my flat definer brush again with the same shade Chocolate, and then I'm just going to be running this just underneath the lash line itself. After I've laid that shade Chocolate down, I'm going to go in with the shade Rich. I'm taking on the same fluffy brush that I've been using this whole time. And then I'm just going to start buffing this out. Does anyone else make like the most weirdest faces when they buff out their eyeshadow? Then I'm just going back in with the same mascara I did for the top lash. To actually finish off the eyes, I'm going to be taking the shade Blank Canvas. I'm going to just be applying this into my waterline with the P.Louise brush. So I've just applied that blank canvas into my lower waterline, and as you can see, it just pops your eyes and just makes them look so much more bigger and looks absolutely gorgeous with this look. You can just use a white eyeliner if you don't have the P.Louise blank canvas, but I definitely recommend to get it while they still have it in stock with the Mitchell collab that they have. To contour up my face a bit more, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the powder bronzer in the shade Saddles. Absolutely a lush shade. Like I've mentioned on my channel, I either use this or the Doll Beauty Gimme Sun in the shade Dark. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm just going to apply it into the areas of my face that I just like to apply a little bit more chiseledness. And as you guys know, I love to be chiseled. So when I did apply that P.Louise orange sort of base shade onto my cheeks to give me that blusher, I do think it's given a good effect, but it has taken off some of my foundation like here and here. So I'm going to go in with the Isn't It Peachy palette by Makeup Obsession, and I always take the last two shades here called Hint and Bloom. Mix these two together and then I'll just apply it on top of where that blush was meant to be. So for highlight today, I'm going to be taking the Ofra Cosmetics. I love this highlighter, as you know, and this is the shade Blissful. I really need to try some of their other shades. I know I've got that mini one that I need to try that I got in my unboxing video. If you haven't already seen it, I'll link it below. But yeah, I'm just going to be taking the shade Blissful and I'm just going to apply this into the high points of my face. Cupid's bow moment. And this is why I love this glow. Like, can you see that? That is so glowy. So I've just quickly done my hair off camera. Just put it behind my ears for now just because we are still doing the face. But I basically used the Makeup Revolution Fix It spray just to set my base. And now we're going to move on to doing the lips. For the nude lip, I'm going to use the lip liner by Primark. This is the Toast Lip Liner. I've always been using this liner ever since I've run out of my collection Love one, and I just love the colour. So I'm just going to start by outlining my lips. So I've just outlined my lips with that lip liner, and then I'm going to go in with a H&B Cosmetics gloss, and this is the Ride or Die gloss. It's quite like a dark shade, like a dark nude shade. I'm just going to apply this. So guys, sorry for the delay there. I've just been given the most amazing news ever. Literally, one of my all-time favourite brands has messaged me on Instagram to be on their PR list, and oh my god, I'm over the moon. I'm so shook. I've just had to go outside and sort of celebrate a little bit, so my lip gloss has come off, but oh my god, this is my first ever PR list, and oh my god, I literally feel like over the moon. Like, I'm so ecstatic, and I just wanted to share that, and just oh my god, like, all will be revealed what brand it is and everything, but oh my god, I'm literally shaking. I'm actually so excited. Like, it's just on another level. But I'm just going to reapply my gloss because it's literally come off. And yeah, oh my god, guys, literally, I'm just literally shook. I'm shaken. Like, I'm shaken so much. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave the look like that at the moment because I'm literally so excited. I really want to celebrate right now. So guys, like I said, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I so enjoyed creating it for you. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!